he was just splashing water on his face. But the very next moment, boom, a speeding car slammed into him, throwing him face first into the field like a dog eating mud. Bruised and broken, he somehow regained consciousness. Instead of running, he rushed straight toward the car that hit him. He tried to pull open the driver's door. Nothing. The man inside didn't react at all. So Bogum reached his hand through the window to unlock it. But suddenly, snap! The driver rolled the glass up, trapping his arm tight. "I'm a cop!" Bogum shouted. But hearing that only made the driver snap harder, pressing his arm till the pain shot through his bones. Then, vroom! The car roared to life. "Stop! You psycho!" Bogum screamed, clinging onto the moving vehicle. The tires screeched, speed climbing higher and higher. He had no choice but to throw his whole body onto the hood. Sharp turn. Crash. Bogum hit the ground hard, groaning in agony. The driver glanced back, smirked, and sped off, thinking the cop was finished. But the real question remained. Who was behind that wheel? And why target him? And as if fate was mocking him, when Bogum staggered back toward his own car, it was gone. Stolen. He cursed under his breath. That's when he found a piece of cloth left behind. One look at it, and his blood ran cold. That crash wasn't random. He was the real target. You see, our hero Dong-joo wasn't just a cop. Once upon a time, he was a gold medal boxer. But his glory days were long gone. After joining the force when money ran short, he sold his medals just to survive. Being a boxer didn't mean being invincible. On duty, he was assigned to hunt down a gang called the Golden Rabbits. During the operation, his team leader left for the restroom, and that's when Dong-joo came face to face with the gang's top criminal. Alone, he squared up. The thug grabbed a mirror, swung it like a weapon. Dong-joo raised his fists, ready to strike, but one glimpse of his reflection froze him in place. That 1 second of hesitation cost him dearly. The mirror smashed into him, dropping him flat. By the time backup arrived, the criminal was gone. And Dong-joo? He was left on the ground while his leader zipped up his pants, unfazed. Soon, whispers spread through the squad that this so-called athlete cop wasn't real police at all, just special entry. No true talent. Dong-joo's life felt cursed with bad luck. Even with Han-na, the girl he adored, things always went wrong. Once, after she dropped her sketches, he picked them up gently, calling her by his little nickname, Red Bean Bun.
오빠. 오빠.
But with her earphones in, she never even heard him. Why was he so drawn to her? Because back in his lowest moment, after a crushing defeat in the ring, she, a shooting champion, tapped his forehead, slapped her sticker on his cheek, and told him to fight on. From that day, she lived in his heart. But destiny wasn't done testing him. The very next day, while guarding his car during another operation, he stepped out with a water bottle, and bang, a car rammed into him. Again, the investigation revealed something darker. The driver who died worked for the tax department. The car itself, a smuggled vehicle with fake plates. Dong-joo remembered seeing it before with the Golden Rabbits. The pieces began to connect. Meanwhile, Han-na was handed a dangerous mission: deliver the victim's belongings to his family. Hidden among them was an item the gang desperately wanted. And then came another twist. The inspector in charge of the case, none other than Han-na's ex-boyfriend, Kim Dong-hyun. He suspected there was a mole inside the police, someone feeding info straight to the criminals. Dong-joo's blood boiled, not just at the betrayal, but at himself, a gold medalist reduced to a junior cop, while his rival, just a silver medalist, had risen to high ranks. The climax loomed. Dong-joo, Han-na, and even Dong-hyun, all caught in the storm. Han-na pulled out her Olympic pistol, ready to fight. Thugs closed in. Dong-hyun braced himself. And Dong-joo? He knew this could be the end. But for once, he was smiling, because now, they'd finally fight back, using their very first skills. With nothing but his bare fists, Dong-joo smashed through the entire gang. A discus thrower whipped his belt like a weapon, slamming it onto a car so hard, the vehicle literally lifted off the ground. A judo fighter, armed with nothing more than a wooden stick, dropped a whole squad of thugs one by one. And Han-na, the shooting champion, with a single pistol in hand, she didn't let a single enemy take a step closer. Together, they wiped out the Golden Rabbits. And Dong-joo, once mocked and humiliated, finally had his revenge. The media cheered, calling it the hero's comeback. The city's police commissioner, fed up with rising crime, came up with a bold idea: build a special task force like the Avengers to strike fear into criminals. Dong-joo and his leader lit up with excitement. Finally, their chance to shine. But before they could go after Golden Rabbit again, another department swooped in and snatched the case, just like that. Dong-joo realized the bitter truth. Their special task force was nothing more than a showpiece. The very next day, the commissioner sent them out to test new equipment. Han-na stood by for the demonstration. Instead of copying the commissioner's ridiculous moves, she picked up the new gun and showed off her own style. Her confidence, her swag, left Dong-joo absolutely mesmerized. But the commissioner, he exploded with rage, threatening to throw her off the team. She was only saved because Dong-hyun, her ex, stepped in to calm things down. Still, Han-na was crushed, humiliated. She wanted to resign. At the firing range, she emptied her pistol, every bullet filled with anger. Dong-joo waited outside her home, worried, but when she finally walked up, she snapped, "Whether I resign or not, what's it to you?" Even then, Dong-joo smiled gently. "Maybe, one day, you'll like me too." But Han-na shot back cold. "I will never love you." His heart shattered. For once, he walked away. Han-na paused, confused. Why wasn't he following her? Like always. That's when she noticed. The streetlights outside her house and the broken CCTV cameras, all fixed. Every repair, every complaint filed, was Dong-joo. He'd done it all, just to keep her safe. Her heart softened. For the first time, she saw what real love looked like. But just as that spark began to grow, shocking news broke. The man who surrendered for the customs officer's murder was none other than Dong-joo's best friend. Dong-joo refused to believe it. But when his old coach brought that friend forward, his rage boiled over. He threw a punch at his coach, but the man was a heavyweight champion. Dong-joo never stood a chance. The truth hit him at the funeral of the victim. Glancing around, his eyes froze on one guest's wrist. That watch. The exact same watch he'd seen on the hand of the driver who ran him down. He stormed into the customs office, testing everyone, pushing, questioning. The guards threw him out, but it didn't matter. He already knew. He had found the culprit, the very man who forced his drug addict friend to take the fall. Dong-joo grabbed his hand, eyes burning. "I'm police, and I remember everything. You're the one, the driver who tried to kill me." Dong-joo has finally uncovered the man who tried to kill him. But the real conspiracy runs much deeper. Who's pulling the strings behind the golden rabbits? And why is Dong-joo being targeted again and again? So if you want to know what happens, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell icon so you don't miss part 2.